And greetings from Jupiter, Florida for the STLSportsPage.com Spring Training Video Report. I'm Rob Raines. Obviously with the weather situation up in Cardinal Nation, a lot of snow, a lot of ice, a lot of cold weather, we couldn't think of a better place to bring you this edition of our report than the beach here in Jupiter, Florida. Honestly, we're not trying to rub it in. If we were trying to do that, we would have brought our shovel and pail and played around in the sand. I told you how tired we were of shoveling. Good news, of course, here from Florida, and our reports here, like all of our coverage on STL Sports Page, brought to you by our friends at the Homewood Suites Hotel, Duffy's Bar and Grill, our other sponsors, Roger Dean Stadium, and the Burger Bar, and of course our title sponsor for all of our coverage on the STL Sports Page, St. Anthony's Medical Center. Cardinals with their first win of the spring today here on Sunday in Jupiter, Florida, beat the Mets 7-1. Good day for James Robinson, had 3 RBIs. Matt Holliday, a couple of doubles and a couple of RBIs. Cardinals finally win after losing the first 2 games to the Marlins. And here to help us break down the first 3 days of the Cardinals report, our good friend Brian Stull, who's got a new show, and you might have heard already, on CBS Sports 920 every Wednesday. St. Louis Baseball Weekly, got a website attached to the site as well, STLBaseballWeekly.com. So the first 3 days, of course, today a better day for the Cardinals, and they get the win. Anything that struck you? I know you've been down here a couple of weeks watching the workouts even before the games got started, but anything that has caught your eye a little bit about the team?
I think today in particular, after the conversation we had with Mike Matheny before the game, where he talked about at the top of the lineup, he just wanted guys who could get on base, and we saw that with leadoff double from Matt Carpenter, and Peter Borges moves him along, and then all of a sudden it's 1-0 just like that. Matt Holliday's batting 1,000 this spring. But
I don't think that's going to continue.
No, probably not. It'll probably come back down to earth a little bit. But Borges again then showing the speed, scoring from second base later in the game. Pete Kozma, who worked this offseason on shortening up the swing, another couple of big hits today. So I think some of the little things that aren't necessarily showing up in the box score are trending well. John Jay has had a good spring so far, so I think some of those things are trending well.
One of the storylines, of course, of the spring will be the decision of who's going to get second in the lineup, and Mike is already kind of tired of that talk, it seems like, after the first 3 games. But he's kind of helped our cause by putting 3 different hitters in there, one each day during the first 3 games. And, it is going to be an interesting decision because so much of this offense is predicated on getting guys on base, especially in front of Matt Holliday, in front of Alan Craig, in front of Matt Adams. Whether it's whoever's batting 6, whether it could be Johnny Peralta, it could be Yadier Molina.
Right.
So, and how successful this team was a year ago with runners in the scoring position, that's got to be the same method and kind of blueprint for this year.
Well, it's funny because how many years ago was it when Tony La Russa started, getting that damage in the 2-hole? That was the catchphrase. And right, wait a second, why is Chris Duncan batting second? Why is, put in insert player? Last year was Carlos Beltran, not your prototypical second place hitter, but it worked. And now, when you've got Colton Long batting second, or Peter Borges, or whoever the case may be, John Jay, now people are saying, wait a minute, I don't know if he's got enough hop to bat second. This is looking different. It's kind of going throwback, more traditional, but again, it emphasizes when you've got 6 guys that are interchangeable in the middle of your lineup. Mike Matheny's talking about on-base percentage, and all those guys have high on-base percentages, whether it be Wong, whether it be Jay, who has over half of his career hits coming from that 2 slot. I think people forget, John Jay used to hit in front of Albert Pujols, and was a lot of those RBIs that Albert drove in. So I think we're kind of getting back to some of that older Cardinal way.
Well, a lot of interesting decisions to be made, of course, a long time to go here. We got almost a month before the Cardinals will be playing their opening game in Cincinnati on March 31st, the home opener April 7th at Busch Stadium. But and we promise you, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to have this scene from the beach, it will warm up in St. Louis eventually.
I hope so.
The fact that the Cardinals are playing baseball, the fact that the sun is out here in Florida, 75 degrees, we're at the beach. Have hope, St. Louis and Cardinal Nation. The weather will get better. So that's our spring training report for today. Again, brought to you by our friends at St. Anthony's Medical Center, as well as our Florida sponsors, the Homewood Suites Hotel on Donald Ross Boulevard, Palm Beach Gardens, and Duffy's MVP Grill, and Roger Dean Stadium, and the Burger Bar. So our STL Sports Page, I'm Rob Raines.